Hi everybody, this is Dr. Kaufman if you know me from a classroom, Dr. Gameology if you know me from Twitch and game streaming, and we're going to do a Dr. Gameology mental health moment. Let's set the timer and we're good to go. So first off, thank you for watching the video. If you're enjoying these mental health moments, please go ahead and hit subscribe on YouTube. That will help my viewer count go up, and once it gets to a certain number, it helps me to open up different options for my channel. Now, what we're going to talk about today is the idea that every person sees themselves as the key player in their own story. Okay, so if we're trying to help people or have empathy for them, I have found that it's important to understand their point of view. And to do that, I often take time out after the conversation and during the conversation to ask myself, what would have had to happen to this person for them to be like this in front of me today? And in The Last of Us Part 2, I just reached a portion of the game where you play as the villain character. You play as Abby. So we have switched our perspective from Ellie to Abby. And why is that important? Well, it's very obvious within 10 minutes of switching to Abby that Abby has things about her that makes her a good person. Abby has been wronged. She's experienced her own pain. And so from Ellie's point of view, Abby might be the villain of the story. But from Abby's point of view, Ellie and Joel are the embodiment of pure evil. And I think that that antagonist and protagonist dichotomy is something that's very valuable when you're trying to accomplish empathy for a person. We don't have to hate them just because they represent a different point of view than we do. What we should be curious about is, how did they get this way? What has happened to them? I want to understand their story. And if we ask ourselves that question, and we truly are curious about the answer, then we can have compassion for just about anybody. We're all human beings, and a lot of the struggles that we face are relatable. So whether you're trying to be a counselor or another healthcare professional, a teacher, a police officer, an athlete, whatever it is you're trying to do, I think compassion and empathy towards other people is a valuable trait that you can have. And games like The Last of Us Part 2 put us in a really unique headspace where we get to sometimes play as the hero and sometimes play as a villain. But when we do that, we come to realize that not all villains are quite so villainous. And it's not even the concept of an anti-hero. It's just being able to see the story from a different perspective and being able to step back and say, yeah, they've gone through things too. And maybe that can change the way I interact with them today. And after all, that's the path of healing and supporting each other. We're all on this planet together. Let's make the most of it. And that's the mental health moment on empathy and compassion for other people. I hope you've enjoyed it and heard something useful today that you can apply in your own life as you all seek to continue the journey. Thanks, everyone. Have a nice rest of your day.